exactly. We got that out of the way. So I understand you're playing the doctor in this.
I'm the doctor. Yep, I'm Dr. Holden, which is interesting because I live in a town called Holden in Louisiana.
I understand congratulations are in order.
They are.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They are, yeah. You know, you have to take the bull by the horns at some point.
So tell me a little bit about what appealed to you about this particular role.
Well, I love independent filmmakers, number one. I'm from New York, but I went to high school at North Springs High School, so I had a lot of my 14 to Dukes, so 14 to 18 time was spent in different theater groups in Atlanta, working in different movie projects in Atlanta. Not a lot, but you know, really trying to break into it. So it's been a kind of a mecca for independent film for a long, long time. So I love that. My divorce has caused at this point, irreparable rift between myself and my children. So a story about a relationship between a father and daughter is important to me. So I'm delighted to be here. The people are great. Independent filmmakers are really a different breed. And my hope is that they don't become them when they get the job they've been working so hard to get. It's kind of like when people turn into Christians. They forget what it was like not to be one, and then they start preaching to people. And I think these folks are tremendous. I just got in last night.
Okay. And you've got a concert or something tomorrow night?
I have a concert tomorrow night and one the night after. So it's a pretty busy schedule. And yesterday I was in Louisiana finishing up the edit on the last movie we made, because we're independent filmmakers.
Right. I saw your website, and you have a studio and all of that.
So it's great, and I really do like to help people chase their dream. Grab it with both hands, unabashedly, unafraid, go for it. So when people like these folks get in touch with me, and the script is good and the story is good, and they're my now wonderful wife used to run Robert Evans' company at Paramount in Los Angeles, so she can smell a problem a mile away. So when she talks to people, she's actually the barometer. So when she talks to people and she says, you know, they sound legit, then I'll do it. Because I think it's important to do that. I think it's important to foster creativity and foster new folks. And I've done that for a long time, and have worked with a lot of people that no one's heard of, and have worked with a lot of people who turned into really quite substantial filmmakers like the Irwin brothers, and it's good. It's a good thing to be part of.
So what other projects do you have going? I saw several films.
Well, we have Christmas Cars, which will be out on what we call, in honor of the General Lee, Orange Friday, Friday after Thanksgiving. So we have that that I'm working on feverishly. I was working on it in the bar before I got picked up. Now working on the sound for it, working on the color for it, and then the music that's out. So lots of music, touring with that for an album project we did last year called The Odyssey, and for one we have right now called The Redneck Rebel. So playing places later in the evening shows, you know, 8 and after shows, a little rowdier crowds, some down in Florida, in Floribama, the 3A group, and have done a bunch of stuff with Kid Rock now. So it's not a Sunday morning service set.
So you said something about Christians earlier, and I know that she told me it wasn't necessarily a faith-based film, but it has a faith element in it. Is that important for you when you're working on a project, or not?
Not. If the script isn't any good, then it, because I kind of steer away from the faith-based moniker as well, because a lot of times what happens is people have the best intentions and really something that shouldn't be filmed yet. You know, it's like an idea that they wrote down and they think it's a script and it's not. That's why Alicia is so great at checking, not the credentials so much, but the caliber of people, and that's important. For me, it's important that the people. I'll work with the people, not so much the script. If the script is bad, I won't do it.
Okay.
Okay. No, absolutely not, because you can't make a good or a bad script into a good film. I don't believe. This is a good script. We do not make faith-based films. However, it takes an incredible amount of faith to make a film. So it's arguable that there's no such thing as a non-faith-based anything. So I will not do something because it's a faith-based film. I also will not do something because it's a faith-based film. But just as I'm sure you can understand, one of the red flags in any business that you see down the road, or anyone's claim on their business card, is Christian owned. One of my favorite sayings, a pastor told me years and years ago, told us all years and years ago, he said, you know, a lot of people aren't Christians. And he said, there's a couple reasons for that. One is because they've never met a Christian. And the other is because they have.
Yeah.
So it's unusual for me actually to do a faith-based film, because I have a certain amount of trepidation about someone who says that. So I like that. I'm assuming Gloria said that. It's not necessarily a faith-based film, but yeah.
Right, but there's the element of it. She said she wanted her characters to be more organic with their faith, and it came through in the message, but it wasn't a preachy kind of over.
Yeah, they don't have a call to action, an altar call, like all the Billy Graham films. Somewhere in the Billy Graham films, they had to have a come to Jesus. And I think that's kind of gone by the wayside. And I think that's a good thing. Because that turns off people who don't know what that is. You know, I know what that is, and that sometimes turns me off, because it's like the guy that won the humility award and wore it.
Is there anything else that you want to say? I know we have a short period of time and you need to go film, and
I need to go try on some clothes. No, I'm delighted to be working with independent filmmakers. I encourage, that's what our place is in Louisiana. It's a training ground. It's a place where people who have a dream in cinema and music can actually go and try it out. So I think it's vitally important that if you have a burning desire to do anything, that you do it, that you try it. You'll be 80 before you know it. And you don't want to be like my experience is that an 80-year-old who gave up on their dream at 20 is a bitter, sad 80-year-old. An 80-year-old who chased their dream until they were 80 and didn't make it is delighted. An 80-year-old who made it is obviously also delighted. But it's better to chase your dream and keep chasing it than to not. That's why I'm here. And they're fun people. I mean, we got a storm and almost ran out of gas and got pulled over by police. I mean, last night was a whole movie unto itself.
Oh, wow.